I'm Melissa Chartrand. I'm here with Alicia Mathewson, singer-songwriter, meditation healer, teacher, among other things, small business owner, and producer of a new CD. And that's part of why we're here today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I want to talk about your CD, your life as a musician, and what it's like to make this happen.
So glamorous. No, not really. Well, I'm blessed to live on Cape Cod, and Cape Cod's a wonderful place to be an independent artist. You have the nature to inspire you and venues to play. Most recently, the CD I released, Wise Innocence, in June, it really came from doing a lot of chanting and people asking me to record my chants. And these chants happen in yoga classes, so I've sung in yoga classes. But I've also written songs since I was 8. And I love to write songs as a singer-songwriter, so it also includes some songs. And I did a Kickstarter campaign, which I had never done, which is scary and wonderful and exciting, and it got fully funded. A lot of people on Cape Cod supported it. A lot of people all around the country supported it. So now I'm in that process of continuing to promote it and continuing to get out there and share it. And sometimes in music it's hard because you do something and then, you know, what's next? What's next? So right now I'm booking house concerts and continuing to tour kind of around New England.
It's a lot of work. It seems, as you say, it does seem glamorous, and wow, you have the CD and how cool and how easy it is, but the process behind it isn't as much. But you are such a energetic but calm person. Is that really true?
Well, I mean, I'm having just as many thoughts as you are. But I've practiced being with my thoughts. And it really is a practice. I've meditated for about 10 years. I have to continually inspire myself and say, is what I am doing of value? Because honestly, on a financial level, it's often a struggle. And I have to keep saying, yes, this is valuable. This is what I'm here to do. And I'm going to keep working hard and be who I am and allow my community to value it. So like things like this, you're valuing it. It's awesome. People can go check out the music, actually physically download it, pay for it. That would be awesome.
And people have said your music is really transforming. So not only for you, and it sounds as though you have to feel that first, and then that's
yeah, and it's interesting because right now I'm in a process of transforming some stuff I was writing this morning, and I was reflecting on that. It is in a way a very personal process, and it always has been, and yet the sort of magic or the reward is when I share it with an audience and then something else happens that's much bigger, thank God, than my little world, you know. And I don't totally understand how it works, but I think it has to do with my intention. My intention is to create music that is in service. So in service of awakening all of us to be in unity, you know, and it sounds very cliche, but I think we need as many people right now on the planet focusing on love, peace, truth, right conduct, and nonviolence as possible, because the world is a little wacky. So I like to believe that each note I sing, each time I'm speaking, it has that energy and that intention.
It really does. And across the board, from very young children to all the way through.
The young children, actually, I have to say, they get my music. Like they're like, I joke, I'm like the Pied Piper, but a lot of kids are listening to this CD as well. And my friends text me these videos of their kids chanting on the way to school, and I think, okay, this is amazing. Those little things, you know, make your day while you're like slogging through the computer and the social media. So yeah, it's awesome.
Now, you said you started writing songs when you were 8.
Yes, right here on Cape Cod. I grew up in Barnstable Village. My first song was called Everybody Picks on Me. I had 2 older brothers, so that's pretty funny.
That's dedicated to them.
I know, right? It is. But yeah, I was a very kind of deep child. I was very fun and playful, and I was a jock. But then I had this very deep side that was in the songs, and that has continued.
And even also from your 20s and what you wrote about in your 20s to now, how that's transformed.
Yeah, well, I lived in New York City, Brooklyn mostly for almost a decade, a little over a decade, 25 to 35, and I wrote musical theater. And my music has always had a kind of a connection to a purpose or speaking a truth. And so I always used music and theater as a way to express and to change and to do things. Now I would say the change and the transformation I'm working on is much more internal. And I think that probably happens with age. It used to be a little more external, like I'd sing at rallies and be out there for the cause. And now I'm more interested in how do we transform through consciousness, through our awareness. You know, how do we transform one being at a time so that we're actually really changing the way we exist?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's not. It's you know, I have to trust.
I think it's
trust and trust.
It's a great mission.
My mantra. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your business. You're located, so you grew up on the Cape, and you're located in Barnstable Village.
Right back in Barnstable Village. There's this great spiritual teacher, Sai Baba from India, that has a saying. He says, "Heal yourself, heal your family, heal your village, then think about anything else." So I always joke, well, wow, I guess I'm working on that path. You know, I was in New York City and I kind of awoke to things within myself. Then I came home and then now I'm literally right in my village.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love my work there. I have amazing private music students in guitar and voice, just good old-fashioned regular music students. And I do a Monday night meditation there. And then I practice an energy healing called the Rising Star, which is very powerful, and it works the 7 chakras and 7 body systems. So people that are facing physical crisis or even questioning a life path, mental, emotional, spiritual, it can work on all of them. And really, I've been working in that office now for 3 years, which is hard to believe, and I've watched a lot of people move through moments in life that could be very difficult with a lot of grace. And that's, you know, that's all we can do.
That is all we can do.
Yeah.
You mentioned these chantings, so songs and chantings. What do you mean by the chantings?
Well, in the Sanskrit, in the yoga tradition, there's a lot of chants and mantras, say like Om Namah Shivaya. These are very ancient, and they're a part of a yoga tradition. And they're part of this idea that when we create sound and we focus our vibration, it's purifying. So it's kind of like drinking water, right? You know, they say like you drink 8 glasses of water a day. So the idea of chanting or creating sound is good for your physical body as well as your concentration and focus. But there's chants across the board. I did a chant, like a Native American chant, Wendeya-ho, Wendeya-ho, Wendeya, Wendeya, Wendeya-ho, hey-oh, hey-oh. That's a Cherokee chant that I learned. So chanting is across the board, and I don't know, I love it. It's great. It's great.
It's beautiful. Let's go work it back to Wise Innocence, your CD. Yeah. I want to let our viewers know definitely how they can get it, how they can find out more about you. Yeah. And before that, or with that, the title.
Yes, Wise Innocence. Well, I started to record with John Evans in Orleans, which is amazing, amazing recording studio on Cape Cod, Brick Hill. And I knew I wanted the CD to be called Wise Innocence, and I had this little snippet of a song, but I hadn't yet finished the song. And it's really, I mean, you can imagine Wise Innocence. It's about how do we grow and develop and have experiences, but always stay in the wonder of a child. So the song is really about, you know, often we talk about lost innocence, right? Like losing innocence is this sad thing. But what the song's really saying is actually wise innocence is the best place to start, because you've had the experiences and you can return to that wonder. You know, I just read this really funny article about being a middle school teacher and them saying, you know, your job can get really hard, but at least you're not 13. You know, so like, you know, those innocent times were also very challenging. And so to celebrate exactly where you are on your path. And that's what the CD is about. And that no matter where you are, you can always return to a sense of, who am I now? I wonder what will happen next. And the song Wise Innocence is a really fun song. There's a video on YouTube that anybody can view. Great. That's shot on Cape Cod, beautifully, professionally shot. And it's summer, so we can really watch it now in winter and feel good.
Great. Yeah. So how can we get it? How can we find out more about you?
So you can go to my website, aliciamathewson.com with 1 T. And you can download it as a digital for $10. You can also actually order a CD that can get mailed to you. That's the best way. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, so you can find me on those platforms if you like to do that and know where I'm playing and what's happening.
So Alicia, thank you so much for sharing today. And before we end our segment, our viewers are going to be treated to getting to hear the title track, Wise Innocence.
Yes, my pleasure.
Great. Thanks so much. For Alicia Mathewson, I'm Melissa Chartre. I'm wishing you an artful day.
Remember when we were young and we felt so free in our backyards, our mother's gardens, or with the shells down by the sea. We were singing songs, playing with butterflies, dancing around. Don't you know that what was lost, it can be found? I want some wise innocence flowing through my blood. I want some wise innocence fueled by love. Come get that wise innocence filling up my heart. I know that wise innocence, it is the best place, it's the best place to start. 'Cause we all get hurt, we all lose, and watch people fall away. We've got a heart, a mind, a body, and we're gonna die someday. So why not breathe in, look up, sing out, play hard, have yourself a ball. This precious life is short, so don't make yourself small. You need that wise innocence flowing through your blood. You need that wise innocence fueled by love. Come get that wise innocence filling up your heart. I know that wise innocence, it is the best place, it's the best place to start. Rise up like an eagle, let yourself see all that's true. Trust what you see. It's always been you. It's always been you. 'Cause you are a creative being with a unique vibration. We need your heart, your voice, your love, your exploration. So don't give up, don't give in, don't you walk away. It's time now, child, to rise and be who you were born to be today. Wise innocence flowing through your blood. You've got that wise innocence fueled by love. You've got that wise innocence filling up your heart.